Well, you're welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. If you're just joining in, you made the right choice. We're about to have a good conversation. I told you I've been seeing on social media, they say do the two. I'm not going to talk about a brand that is saying that, but it's important for you to know that your dental health is very important. And so this morning, we're going to get into that conversation pretty shortly. And joining me for that, but no, before we get into who is actually joining me for this conversation, the stage is set for the landmark edition of the Ghana FinTech Awards, scheduled to take place on Saturday, March 28th, 2026, at the Underbridge Annex, not the Underbridge Event Center, Underbridge Annex, East Legon, Accra, 5:30 p.m. with the theme From Awareness to Action. Last year it was about awareness on the cybersecurity conversation, but this year we're moving from awareness to action, building a cyber-secure fintech landscape in Ghana. Now, this year's event promises to be the most significant gathering of the nation's financial technology leaders and innovators. Now, for sponsorship opportunities, seats, reservations, or media accreditation for the 28th March 2026 ceremony, please contact Christina on 059 8385685 or send her an email or at christina@ghanafintechaward.org, christina@ghanafintechaward.org, and secure your spot for that. Now, your money deserves the safest home with Telecel Cash. You're protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. So dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app today, and you enjoy safe, secure transaction. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Now, in celebration of 70 years of excellence, Ghana International School, supported by Bethel Dental, presents an original musical featuring Laboni Secondary School entitled Once Upon a School Bell, written by their very own Vaco Ferguson, class of 2005. This is not about fairy tales of the past, but about the timeless stories we live every single day. Love that grows, families that hold us together, and friendships that endure no matter what. Join us on the 20th of and 21st of March 2026 at the National Theatre at 6 p.m. sharp. The rate is 150 Ghana cedis for students and 200 Ghana cedis for adults. Get tickets at National Theatre Gate or and on our secondary school campus as well. Now, media partners are Joy Multimedia Channel, One TV, and City FM, and of course your very own, your special MX24. Sponsors are Sound Lodge Hotel, Atlantic Catering, Mr. Entry Watching, the Classic Sculpt GISPCA, and Vivis Dance and Theatre Academy. Once Upon a School Bell, a timeless tale of love, family, and friendship that never fades. Join us as the bell rings and the stories unfold. Now, this Ghana month, we're doing something special here at MX24. Get ready for a soulful night of live acoustic music as Ara the J takes center stage at MX Live Unplugged. Join us on Friday, the 27th of March at 7 p.m. for a special Ghana month edition of MX Live Unplugged, happening live at MX24 Studios, number 5, Oleander Street, East Legon. Music lovers can look forward to an intimate performance filled with love songs and smooth acoustic sessions and sounds as R the J delivers a unique live experience that celebrates Ghanaian music and artistry. Tickets are going for 100 Ghana cedis, a cool 100 Ghana cedis, okay? And you can secure yours via the link MX24 app, mx24.app /R the J Unplugged. Don't miss this special Ghana month experience. Come through, bring your friends, and enjoy live, great, not just live music, great live music the unplugged way. Now, this morning we're about to talk about our dental health, and we have joining us this morning Gideon Amwa.
Yes.
He's a dental doctor, or you want to call him a dentist?
A dental student.
A dental.
A dental student.
A dental student.
Yes.
Okay. Now, it's important for us to jump right into this conversation because between you and I, you know that you are not taking good care of yourself. Some of you, you just wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, and that's it. You have to do the two. The campaign is do the two. I'm going to tell you who is saying that. Do the two. Do the morning and night. But I'm going to ask you, as one who understands the nitty-gritties of this conversation, why is oral health important to our overall health and well-being?
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I would like to use this opportunity to thank MX24 for even spreading the awareness to the general public about World Oral Health Day. You know, the month of March is dedicated for that.
Absolutely.
Yes. So to answer your question, I'll start by saying that oral health goes beyond giving a bright smile. Yes, it actually affects the quality of your life and your overall health. And when you have, you know that the entry point to the body is actually the mouth. The mouth connects all the other parts of the body. And so if you have poor oral hygiene, it affects your speaking, it affects your confidence, and even your eating practices. Also, research shows that poor oral hygiene is linked to systemic conditions like heart diseases and diabetes.
Wow.
So you can see that it really affects your overall health.
Absolutely.
Being and then,
you know, yesterday I had a very awful experience. I wanted to write about it, but me, sometimes I think about things too much, so I don't write a lot on social media. But I think this was very devastating, right? It was very difficult for me to get home yesterday. Because this Uber driver I picked, and I always like to sit by them because I don't like the back seat. I don't know why, it's just really uncomfortable. So I sat by him, and oh my God, it was difficult. And you know, it's a comfort car, so AC in. Charlie, when a guy opens his mouth, I'm like, God, guy, I wish I could just tell you to not talk. And he was trying to talk to me. I'm like, God, stop this. You're going to make me sin. You know, and it was really difficult. It's very difficult, and I know a lot of people have these experiences, but I like the fact that you connect this could totally be a systematic problem.
Yes.
His body, right?
Yes.
So I remember growing up, there was a young boy that we were, friends with, who had,
halitosis.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Halitosis. Bad breath.
Bad breath, right?
Yes.
It has such a fancy name, and it was really difficult. Like, I mean, a lot of young people will make fun of him and whatnot. It turns out that he had like some issue with his head. And so it was not brushing, because he was always brushing. It was really something going on in his head. Now, what are the most common oral health problems people face today?
Yes. So one of the commonest problem is the tooth decay. It's popularly known as dental caries. And research shows that globally, it affects 3.5 billion people, the whole world. And so that's the most common problem. But however, we have other ones like the gum disease, gingivitis. We also call it gingivitis. And we also have tooth sensitivity. We also have the halitosis, which is the bad breath. So those are some of the common problems we face.
But most common is tooth decay.
It's tooth decay.
Me,
it's tooth decay.
I've taken half of my teeth out of my mouth because of tooth decay. I'm telling you.
Oh.
So if you see me, see a gap in my teeth, it's not natural. Now me cause I'm. What's the correct way to brush our teeth? Our teeth. Sorry, not teeth. Our teeth.
Yes.
What is the right way to brush?
Yes, we get this question often. And so, first of all, to brush your teeth, you need a brush and a fluoride toothpaste. Yes. And then for the brush, you need a soft or medium bristle toothbrush.
Not the hard one.
Not the hard one.
Not the smoker's toothbrush.
Not the smoker's. You hurt your gums.
Exactly. So what is the smokers use for? Smokers, what's the purpose of?
People think when you scrub your teeth, it makes it look white and all that. But then you need soft or medium bristle brush.
So the people that produce smokers, they are wicked people.
Yes.
I see.
You need that and a fluoride toothpaste. And then you have to use just enough. People spread the whole toothpaste on the toothbrush. It's not done. So just enough. And then we also have surfaces of the teeth. That's what you have to know. So we have the front surface. When I smile, the part that you see is the front surface. And then we have the inner surface. That's where the tongue lies. I have to open my mouth wide before you see that part. And we also have the top of the teeth. We sometimes call it the incisal edge. So when I bite, where the contact is. And then we have in between the teeth. So what you should know is that you have to angulate your toothbrush 45 degrees, but you can't measure. So
now let's break it down a little bit so that my viewers can give us a pictorial view of what we're talking about.
Yes, so you have to angulate it towards your gum.
Yeah.
And then we brush in circles. Yes, so you go around the teeth in circles. You brush in circles. Yes. Not this. We will come there. So for the front teeth, you brush in circles. And for the inner parts, we call it where the tongue lies. For the front parts, you have to make sure that we could have used So you have to angulate the long part of the brush there, and then you come this way to remove every form of whatever. And then you go to the posterior part, and then you brush the occlusal surface. That's where the grinding and everything happens. You also in circular motion. So that's how you have to go about brushing your teeth.
Okay, all right. So you who like to just carry brush, and for how many minutes would you recommend?
At least 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yes.
2?
Yes. At least 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yes.
When you have dealt with people and asked how many minutes did you spend on brushing your teeth, what have they said?
So genuinely, people don't even they don't time when brushing.
Don't time. Nobody.
So there's this our bigger body called FDI. You can see Tutti here. Yes. So they have a song that you can even use for brushing. So you can brush them. They have songs as the years go.
So my team is saying that 30 seconds are not matching.
And I think I forgot one thing. The tongue. That's something we forget.
Very important.
Yes.
Tell me about the tongue.
With the tongue, you have to also go inward and outward. You have to brush the tongue inward and outward.
So between the brush and the tongue scraper, so is that what you call it?
So after brushing, then use the tongue scraper.
Now the scraper, so you have to brush to still and still use the scraper.
Yes.
You have to brush the tongue and still use the scraper.
Yes. You should buy some for your Uber driver. Because brushing...
You're shady. You're definitely shady. Okay, so I do... so I do the scraping.
Okay.
And I do the brushing. I just always... I'm an extremist, so I know that people be like, you're doing too much. And then I do the mouthwash.
Yes.
So all of this is advised.
Yes.
I don't do too much. I know. It's like you people don't like to do the right thing.
And we forgot one last thing: flossing.
Flossing is very important.
For
so
the
my
brush.
So my brush is one of those electric brushes.
Oh, okay.
Right? So it floss through the.
Oh, okay.
And I don't particularly like to put things in between my teeth. I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
So when meats and things go to I'm the most frustrated human being when that happens because I don't like it. I feel like I'll hurt myself. And I hate pain. Pain is something I don't like. So now, how does a diet affect our oral health? Eating, food, diet.
Yes. Diet really plays a key role when it comes to your oral health. I'll start by saying that how the tooth decay happens. So we have bacteria in our teeth. And this bacteria, they feed on sugars, right? So eating sugary foods frequently will let this bacteria feed on it. It's called Streptococcus mutans. Yes, when they feed on the sugars, they deposit the acid.
Okay.
Yes, on the teeth, and that causes the tooth decay.
Okay.
You get it? And also, however, when you drink a lot of water, plenty water, it actually washes the food debris away.
Yeah.
So that it won't bring this acidic and the whole place won't be acidic. Yes. And also eating balanced diet helps. So we have the pros and cons.
Yeah.
The eating balanced diet also helps strengthen the enamel. That's the part of the teeth you see. It strengthens and repairs them. So we have magnesium in balanced diet, vitamins and all that. So it's advisable for you to eat a balanced diet, fruits and vegetables. and also reduce intermittent snacking, especially our young ones.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, so
Please don't go and stress the young ones. The young ones, their mothers will regulate it. It's the older people.
Okay.
That don't have to report to their mothers the things they eat. Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Now, there's a group of people that think that until their tooth is hurting or they have a problem with the teeth, they don't have to go to the dentist. How often should, as an individual, how often should you visit the dentist?
Ideally, you have to see your dentist every 6 months, once every 6 months, for routine checkup, for cleaning. Even if you don't notice any symptom, you are supposed to see your dentist.
Yeah, just to be sure.
Yes.
Okay. What are the early signs of gum disease people should look out for?
The early signs of gum disease, the first thing is bleeding upon brushing. When you see blood when you are brushing, and also swelling. And when it's persistent, you also see redness. So these are the early signs of gum diseases.
Okay. Now, what are some of the simple daily habits people can adopt to maintain a healthy smile, like my mind?
Oh, right. So the simple daily habits, we go back to brushing twice daily, morning and evening. What people don't know is that the evening one is even important, because that's when you are done eating and all that, and the bacteria is playing in your mouth and depositing acid here and there. So brushing twice daily, and also flossing at least once a day. Flossing in between your teeth. You don't have to use toothpick.
Right?
Yes, I recommend, or after eating. Yeah, you can also switch. You can drink water and then just rinse your mouth. And also drinking plenty of water. I've said that, and using fluoride toothpaste. People don't use. You have to check the amount of fluoride in the toothpaste as well.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
What is the best amount?
It's usually 1,450.
Oh,
yes, it's written on your toothpaste, so you can check that.
Please, nobody, tell me, anybody who has checked that thing on their toothpaste, I'll dash you 100 cedis. Oh boy, oh boy.
Yes.
All of you, they lie. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think I left one last thing. I mentioned that it's linked to systemic conditions. And I can see, okay, when I came, I saw on your board, it was linked to diabetes, it was linked to heart diseases. And one thing we should know about the gum diseases, it actually feeds diabetes, and diabetes feeds the gum diseases. How? When you have gum diseases, I mentioned inflammation. So when there is chronic inflammation, when there is that swelling, the redness, persistent bleeding, your body is not able to control the sugar levels. So those bacteria, when it gets to the bloodstream, it increases the blood sugar level, which can cause diabetes. Also, when you have diabetes, you should know that you are prone to all sorts of infections. And that infection can be also gum diseases. So diabetes can give it to gum disease. Gum disease can also give it to diabetes. And the tooth decay can also cause heart diseases. Yes.
Tooth decay?
Yes.
You mean the one I'm dealing with?
The dental caries can cause heart diseases.
How?
Because if you don't brush and this bacteria gets into your bloodstream, remember the mouth is the entry point to the rest of your body. And so when this bacteria gets into the bloodstream, we call something infective endocarditis. So when it gets to your heart, it causes that, and you wouldn't want to get that. And one good thing about this tooth decay, though, is the leading cause of poor oral hygiene problems and all that, it's largely preventable. Largely preventable.
So how do we prevent it?
First, the early stages, you just have to brush well, because we call something arrested caries when it's now forming the tooth decay. So when you brush very well, you can get rid of it. But when it gets worse, you can see your dentist. Depending on the level of the caries, they remove it and do restoration for you. So you realize people go and they do composites. They put things on.
Don't worry.
Yes. So that's how you prevent tooth decay.
And then, okay, so that's taking out the entire tooth. And
not the entire tooth. So the tooth decay, it's a process. It's a gradual process. So depending on the stage, if it's on the surface of the teeth, the dentist will just use yes.
And then use that white thing
composites to just patch it, make it look like the original one.
When it comes off, you can actually die. I promise. I had one on, I think this would be 2017, and it came off in 2020 during COVID.
Oh.
Imagine.
COVID.
Hey, this thing I can never forget. I think I was cooking and I was doing video and I was misbehaving, then it came out of my mouth. No, I was eating.
Your meat.
My meat. And it took the thing out, bro. The pain, it was beyond. It was more than when I actually had just the hole over there. Yeah, so I took the entire tooth out. And I took out of here. What are the implications of this? Like, just pulling out your tooth out of your mouth. This one is personal consultation.
I think it's not bad, but you could have also gone to see your dentist to still.
Well, I did. So the dentist gave me two options.
Okay.
To do the root canal.
Yes.
Or take the entire, and I said take it out, because I remember that pain I went through, and so I just was like, no, I don't want to risk having that thing come out, and she's like, oh, usually it takes longer than that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my dentist didn't do a great job.
Yeah. So the implications, sometimes you wouldn't have that option, especially if you keep removing your teeth. Sometimes you need, they would have to form a bridge. Maybe they need one teeth here. You keep removing it, and now you become edentulous. That's like you don't have no teeth and all that.
No teeth over here.
Yeah, so if you have a teeth here and another one here, they will need that to maybe form a bridge and then put. But it's actually your choice. When it comes to dental treatments, we prioritize the patient's option and all that. So.
Awesome. Great conversation had. You haven't left anything out, right?
No,
we're good. We're good. So now you know it's take care of your teeth. Make sure you're brushing twice daily. In fact, Doc's telling us this morning that it's important. In fact, he thinks that the evening one is more important. But to brush your teeth before you can kill us with mouth odor. You poor. I say that you were not admitting, okay, that she have mouth odor, and this one's my friend. My friend was talking about body odor. I want to talk about mouth odor. Not admitting that you have halitosis does not take the halitosis away.
Yes.
Okay, it does not. It actually keeps it right there, where you are using that mouth to deny that you have halitosis. So please, I'm begging you in the name of God, if it is a system problem, see a doctor. See how you could fix that. But if it's your own bad character, please brush twice. And as much as you can, would you recommend that we use those mouth sprays and gum just so during the day as you're eating and all of that, you're taking
You should see your dentist for that, because these things can also it can have acidic content inside.
That could affect
you. And the acidic content can also cause erosion. So wearing away of your teeth and all that. People drink lemon juice, vinegar and all sorts of things.
We the apple cider vinegar people.
Yes, so you have to control it. You have to control it. Yes.
Great.
And please, one last thing. This year's theme is a happy mouth, is a happy life.
Indeed, a happy mouth is a happy life.
Yes.
Because guys, tell me why I was so frustrated yesterday because that mouth was not making me happy. I promise. And so please take care of yourself. A happy mouth is a happy life. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate the conversation. Was great. I enjoyed every bit of it, and you're a good teacher.
Thank you so much.
Consider teaching. You should actually consider teaching dental health. But to you out there, I hope you've learned a thing or two that would guide you on your dental health. It's important, my guy. It's important. I'm telling you, denying or just telling yourself that you do not have halitosis does not mean you don't have it. It will not take the halitosis away. Okay, it will not. So please take care of yourself. Let's take care of our dental health, because it definitely, based off from the conversation we've had this morning, it does carry the entire body. You don't want to do that to yourself. So take care of yourself. Well, we have more coming up. Great conversations. Yaw Talk is up. There's more coming up on the show. Stay right here with me.